stop for petrol. Like, we keep falling asleep at like different times throughout the journey. So when you land, there's like these like boards with like these help forms with these QR codes that you can scan. Okay, so I'm gonna do a very quick villa tour. We're running off very little sleep and we're trying to make our massage time. And we're also giving clothes for our laundry service. So here it goes. Go. So basically you come in the front door and they had these lovely rose petals basically and say happy holiday, which was so nice. We have our own water fountain, basically cold, normal, hot, and then prepare for this fridge because it's very nice. It's fully stocked and we have Red Bull, Coke, soda water. We just need to find a shop and I need to buy some vodka. Also, we have some ice cream, which is very nice, and also we have some ice. And then lovely kitchen countertop. I don't know if we'll be making use out of it. Please don't take any notice of our bags. We also have a TV and a very lovely couch. Also, we have some yoga mats to do some yoga. I'm going to take you outside to this exciting part. Just watch the rose petals. So, on this patio. Now this is giving me major Love Island vibes, and the fact that Love Island started yesterday is quite crazy. So, bring you on the tour. We also have an outside shower, so you can decide if you want to shower inside, shower outside. It's great. I haven't actually tested out the pool. Not as cool as I thought. That is actually lukewarm. That is lovely. Okay, so we have our own paddle board and we have a pump. We also have life jackets in the corner. We have our own table if we want to decide to eat outside today. And we also have our very own beach access, which is, I don't know if we will be going swimming. And then this is our sunlight, this is our
day bed.
This is our day bed. That very much very okay. This is a 2-bedroom villa. It is so nice. So there is stairs leading up to the villas. The bird just had some fruit and dropped the fruit. These are the life jackets. You can upstairs. This is meant to be a really good point if you want to watch the sunrise or the sunset. How beautiful is this? Also another beautiful table and some chairs. There is some restaurants close by. I think one is an Italian and one has Indonesian food. We can usually see people eating their dinner in the roof. Okay, let's go out and check. bedroom number 1, and you can also enter the bedroom from downstairs. The air conditioning is on and it feels so nice. So there is a mosquito net, and where we are in Bali, apparently the mosquitoes are meant to be very rampant. I think that's a bureau here. Yeah, that's a bottle opener. Love that. And wardrobe spaces, hanging some clothes. Okay, that's just here. So pretty. And if it gets too hot as well, we can always put down the blind. And there's a plug outside. So yeah, thank you for watching this tour. So I'll show you the stairs downstairs and also the bathroom downstairs. We also have a toilet downstairs as well. So the rooms are exactly the same. I just don't want to show the bedroom. We have towels, we have a hairdryer, we have sanitary pads, which is always great to have. We actually have water, I guess, when we're brushing our teeth and stuff. And there's some cotton pads, cotton buds, and some hair ties. And an electrical socket. And another shower. So nice. Okay, so we thought we possibly could be staying in the middle of nowhere, but oh, that's the supermarket, Rob. Because we don't have a scooter, we're kind of just walking everywhere, which I don't mind with this. It's just I think nobody's walking, everyone's on a scooter. It's the only thing to take note of. We're currently, so just checked in. Also, I would like to note as well, we are running off like 3.5 hours of sleep. So things aren't that great, to be honest. Do you want a coffee? So nice. Your burger. Hello, so basically a recap of the evening. I think the last thing I said, I don't even think I did because we were in such a rush. Basically, sorry, I don't even think I did an update while we were walking to the spot because we were so short on time. But basically, we got a welcome drink, and sorry, I'm just looking at the massive mosquito in the mosquito net. It's like right up there. Anyways, had a massage. At some points it was painful. It was like really intense, but then I was like, oh, this is actually fine. But I don't, because it was so intense, I don't know how to feel about it after. But it was good. And then basically, oh, I also asked for a manicure and a pedicure, and this is it. They fixed my cuticles, and I've never got my toes done before, so it felt very nice, and they were so lovely in there. And then on the walk back, we were just looking at the menus as we walked by. I think we are gonna go to a frozen yoga place tomorrow, which is gonna be so good. I haven't had it in ages, and I think we're gonna, even though I washed my hair, which was a bit stupid, hello, so it is officially our first proper day in Bali. We had a beautiful breakfast by people running the villa. It was really nice in the morning. I'll put in a clip of it here, and then we got a driver to take us this part where you can like go swimming with like fish, basically. Like you get a snorkel and you go snorkeling, and it was so nice. I've never actually gone snorkeling before, so I was a bit apprehensive about reading through tube, but it was fun. It was really nice. I kind of just liked floating there in the water, which was really nice. But then we got some lunch, and then the view was really nice, to be fair. You could see all the boats in the water because there's meant to be like a Japanese shipwreck in the water. We didn't see it, but that's fine. And then on the way back we stopped and get some froyo. We were really excited. I thought there was going to be like different flavors, you know, like froyo, like different whatever, you know. But there was just two. So, but she was really lovely in there, and she let us try both of them. And yeah, it was, we got the small, but it was massive. But we're just back. I think I'm gonna go into the pool or put my feet in the pool and just read a book, read some book. So yeah, that's about it. Rob's already asleep. And gotta drink some water, and that is about it. And then tomorrow is when we have like a jam-packed day in Bali. But yeah, so we're just on the day bed and just chilling out, but it is so nice here. And the sound of the waves, I usually don't even like the sound of the waves, but it's really nice. And then I got the English version. It says Brisbane, I don't know what. And with boiled eggs, so I got boiled eggs. No thanks. So it is officially day 3 in Bali, and the car journey was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. To be honest, I kind of just fell asleep because we were meant to get up at 6, but we got up at 6:30. Yeah, but now we're in Ubud and we're at the palace, and it's been free, and so far we've just walked in and it's really nice. So we were in the palace, and I'd say we were in and out in like 5 minutes, to be honest. It was really pretty there. But now we're just walking through the markets, and some things have been expensive, so we've just like walked away from it. But they're pretty, and there's a good few of them, so if you want to like stroll around the area, it is quite nice. But yeah, I think we're almost done the markets. I think we just have to go to the end of that street. And I think Rob has found something that he wants. And then I think I just stroll around Ubud, see the town, and then I think we're going to a burger place for lunch, and then we're going, the activity that we've had booked this whole trip is ATV driving at 3 o'clock, but it's like an hour drive, I think. So I think we're meeting our driver at 1:30. Yeah, so we're now in the water temple, and it was 60,000 per person, so it worked out like €323 per person. It is very warm and sweaty, and I'm very hungry.
Here.
When I looked at getting from Ubud back to our villa.
So it's quite rainy, but this is the pool at night. It's so nice. We have some Australian neighbours, they're so funny. But yeah, we possibly will be going swimming with turtles tomorrow. We shall see. Doing a lot of TikTok and ChatGPT research going on. So yeah, today has been full on. Hell, my hair looks like a mess, I do realise. But it is, this top. I don't even like this top, but it's like on a half dirty. Anyway, it is our last full day in Bali. It is, what time is it? It's 9:20 in the morning. We just had breakfast in the villa. We do have a driver, and that's going to take us to the stepping stones, and then I think we're going to the rice fields, possibly for a coffee, and then we're going to come back to the villa and chill. All I want to do is use the villa, chill out, go into the pool, lay out onto the daybed, read some of my book. Haven't read any of my book this trip, and just actually relax. We have a fridge full of Sprite, Coke, vodka, soda water. So I'm just excited just to chill. In the market in Umbud yesterday, we did get, the light came off again. Got this decoration. It says Bali on it. Now this reindeer did have 4 legs, but it was in my bag while we were going around, so we have to stick it back in again. And that's all that we bought at the markets. So this is basically the door of the villa. This is the water straight away. It is really choppy and you can see the current, and I'm like not taking a chance. Don't want to risk my life. It's just too dangerous. I know we do have life jackets in fairness in the villa. I'll just show you the Italian right here, and then this is Italian. It's so nice. The starters are amazing. I know, but it was straight. Nothing was tying it down. Like, what would stop that from flying away? So right now we're currently just swinging on a swing with gigantic ants, the biggest ants I think we've ever seen. But it's cool, it's nice. I haven't converted it yet, but it was it 25? It was 25,000 if you were domestic. What was it?
90.
Per person. 90,000 per person. If you're an international tourist. So yeah, but it's really pretty. And the koi fish are gigantic. They're definitely being well fed, and they come up to you with open mouths. So yeah, I think afterwards we're going to the rice fields and back to the villa and pool. I just want to pool all day. Hello, hi. So we are in the middle of the stepping stone temple, I think it's called. Just thought I'd give an update. Basically, it's our last night in the villa, so we check out of the villa tomorrow. So the location that we were staying in was Ambed. Abed. Now, depends what you're looking for. Ahmed. Sorry, Ahmed. Now, depending on what you're looking for, I wouldn't really recommend it if it's your first time in Bali. We just found it and we've never had experience on scooters, so we couldn't rent a scooter. Sorry, so what I was basically saying is that the villa is in Ahmed, and we couldn't rent a scooter because we've never basically driven or been on a, well, I won't say we've never been on a scooter. We were in the Hajang Loop, but basically we don't have any experience driving a scooter, so they won't rent it out to you. And we did see like a lot of tourists have scooters to get around, so basically we just relied heavily on the driver in the villa. Also, Grab isn't allowed. We just assumed, because we were so used to using Grab everywhere else, we just assumed that we could use it in Bali because Indonesia came up as a country that you could use Grab in. But you can't use it in the location that we're in. We're gonna try stay somewhere close to the airport for last night in Bali, and then we fly to Singapore. But basically, I really want to do a hair treatment, and most of the spas I've looked up on TikTok, basically, the treatment, like I think the most busiest or like the tourist spots or heavy populated areas are like the south of the island. So I think we're going to stay somewhere there. We haven't booked any accommodation. Sorry, so what I basically wanted to say with sweat dripping off me is most of the spas and hair places that I've seen are like in the south of the island. That's also near the airport, so it's kind of like perfect. So I think we're just going to try look for a place with a pool, somewhere where we could chill out, that I can go get the treatment. I'm thinking about also getting a facial done. It's meant to be really popular, but I think it's not cheap. The facial that I wanted to get, it's not cheap in Bali terms. It like works out to be like €80, but I think what you're actually getting done could be the equivalent to like over €250 if you were to get it done in Ireland. So I am tempted to do it, but then I'm like, a hair treatment and that facial, I think all in all it could be €100, and I don't know. I definitely think my hair like if you're coming to Bali, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, I think bring a hair filter. Try to avoid washing your hair, which I have tried to do, and it's been in buns most days. But yeah, it's not good for your hair. And what maximum we were here was 18 days. So yeah, that's basically it. We're gonna move to the south part of the island, get a place with a pool, chill out, walk around, see the area, and hopefully get all my treatments.
Yeah, insulation, yeah?
Yeah.
We're now at the rice fields. We got there, we gave us a whole list of options where you could go trekking, hiking, you know, photos on the swing, the waterfall, and it's like all different prices. And then we were like, oh no, like we're kind of stuck for time, because I think we're going to another rice field after this. Then they gave us another sheet, and that was like, it included and then there had like 9 different options there, and you could like also like camp in these like hut things over there. And then when we were like, oh no, we're kind of stuck for time, then another sheet was pulled out, and that was 150,000, and it was like included like a free water or juice, and like a free water, juice, and like a guide, and that was 150. And then when we were like, oh no, like we don't have time for that, then she like gave it like half price, and it was like 75,000 for like 40 minutes, and that's the one that we're doing right now. So just double check your prices.
You wouldn't see it.
It's the only way to do it. Oh, it came on automatically. I'm sorry. So we are in Canggu. I can't pronounce it, in Bali. There's already like more going on, like more restaurants than where we were, but it's just a change. It all depends what you come to Bali for. Basically went to a Mexican for lunch. It was so nice. We're getting beeped out on a honk jack for a bike. I've tried 5 different places where I wanted to get my hair done, and they're all booked out. It is a Friday. I should have booked it sooner, but that's okay. So we're going to this place that like side of the road. I don't know if it has any good reviews. Let's hopefully they see. I don't think they're gonna use filtered water as well. So I don't know how good it's gonna be. Who knows? It could be the best as the ones with the really top reviews. And this morning, well, last night I had a splitting headache and I had to like basically get ice. Well, Rob got me ice and I just held it against my head because I had a splitting headache. And then this morning I had like a stomach just shooting pain and my head was shooting pain, so that wasn't great. And then we were in traffic for about 5 hours basically coming from Ahmed down here. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my hair done.
It's
Hello, so it is quite loud even though we went down a side street because I thought it'd be quieter. I think my hair looks completely different. It looks so much better. So all in all, it took like an hour and a half. That's because my hair was very knotty. Like I think you saw there. And to be fair, Rob got the videos on this one. He also thinks that my hair is a completely different hair color. But yeah, at one point 2 people had to like brush out my hair, which was quite painful, but it was in a bad state. Always a wise flesh automatically coming on. So we are just getting ready to leave for dinner. Just came back. I am very, very warm, very sweaty. But I just thought we have put our stuff everywhere and we've packed for tomorrow, but we just tried to lay out our stuff. Because we're gonna leave for 6:30 just because traffic is so bad in Bali. So we're gonna try to leave at 6:30 and our flight is at 5 to 11, but we just want to err on the side of caution. But I'll give you a quick room tour. So this is our door and the pool is right there. I'll show you that in a sec, but we just have the curtains over just to give some privacy. Sorry. So we have big TV, then we have a desk. We just have everything laid out. We do have a mini fridge. We do have some of our, oh, there was nothing in here. This is just all our stuff. They did give us 2 bottles of water, which was nice and very much appreciative. This is classified as an extra large double bed, which I'm very, very excited for. We come in here, we have the sink, my outfit for dinner. It is so warm in Bali. And then we have storage space and some hangers. And then we have the bathroom, toilet. This is a mirror. It was kind of creepy because I thought it went into another room, but it's just a mirror. And then we have shower head and towels. So that is our door basically. And you walk out here and then this is the pool. It's so nice. And then there is some day beds. So we just finished dinner. It was nice. Now the filo pastry, I think I was expecting something else. It was still nice. It's just not what I was expecting, but it was nice. Rob liked his chicken and the potato puree, mashed potatoes. That was very, very nice. And we did get a cocktail and mine, I'm a bit iffy with cocktails at dinner sometimes. Like sometimes they're just overpowering and it ruins your dinner. But mine was really nice. But what we were just talking about, like, because it's our last night in Bali, and it's our last night in Bali, so we were just talking about the trip. And one thing, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but basically, and we were speaking about the difference between like Ahmed and where we are now. I keep saying it wrong, but Canggu? Yeah, Canggu. Just the differences between Ahmed and Canggu, and like it's just all depends what you're looking for and stuff. Like this is way more busy than Ahmed, but then Ahmed is like very peaceful and by the sea, and you have the sound of the ocean waves when you go to sleep at night. But one thing to note, just it was our first time going to Bali and we didn't know this. Maybe if we had like looked it up or something, but it just wasn't in our heads to look up, and we hadn't seen it on TikTok or anything. Was that in Ahmed, Grab and the other company here, it's like called Gorjek Obviously, they're not allowed in Ahmed, so we had to rely solely on the villa's driver. Yeah, and they had like 2 or 3 drivers, but like Rob looked it up and there is a difference, and they do like, they don't like extensively overcharge you, but they do charge you more than what a Grab would cost. It's just one thing to note, and one thing to add to your budget. If you are going to that and you are, or if you're going to a different part of Bali and you are relying on drivers, or is this worked out that it would have been more if we had just got a Grab, and we were so used to getting Grabs, we thought it'd just be as easy. Just watching the first episode of Love Island, but I also just wanted to say, before we went out for dinner a few hours ago, we got our Singapore customs forms, and they came back straight away, and it was free.
Access the safety center in the app immediately.
I think that was the fastest trip that we've taken in Bali. What was it, like half an hour? Barely any little traffic. But yeah, on the way to check in, because we got to check in our bags, and then I think the flight is meant to be 2 hours 45. This airport is really nice. Hopefully we can find something for breakfast. And they're meant to start, it's 7:30 now, and they're meant to start boarding at 10:15. But I can't wait to hopefully I sleep on the plane. We did look into getting a lounge in Bali Airport, but while we have the free trial of the premium Revolut, it was cheaper to get it on Revolut than go to the counter. There was only 2 lounge options in the airport itself, and there was only 1 option on Revolut. But we just said that it wasn't like worth it, just because we had like 2 hours. But yeah, and we just said that we wouldn't get the full like maximum, say 3 hours, so we just said that we might as well just find a restaurant and pay, even though with government tax and service charge there was an 18% increase on everything, so it wasn't that much cheaper. So just be wary of your government tax and your service charges. But we're walking to the gate now.